Yeah, welcome to the webinar. I'm super excited to dive in and teach you guys how digital marketing works and like what's involved with it. I mean, this space, you guys, is so incredible. I have to tell you, it has been so life-changing for me the past year and a half, especially um, since I started doing what I'm doing now. And let me spotlight this. Um, Figure out how to spotlight. There we go. Okay. All right. So um, this business model totally changed my life, like I was saying, and I feel like it is. You guys, I've tried so many different ways to make money online. I've tried so many different ways to make money, period, since I got out of the army. And I've had successes, I've had failures, but this is the first time in my life where I've truly had success where it wasn't taking up all of my time. Okay, this is something that I feel like has been a total godsend because of the freedom that it's given me in my life to be able to spend time with my family, to be able to be there when my wife needed me for the medical issues that she's gone through in the past year and a half. Um, and just to be able to stay present while not panicking about the finances. I remember in the past, even with businesses that I've had success with building and things that I've done that have been successful, it was like if I wasn't grinding like 12 to 18 hours a day, then I wasn't where I needed to be, And so um, I feel like there's so many people out there that, that are in a place financially that they're just not making enough to either make ends meet or to be able to get like a good savings in place or be able to pay for their kids' college or whatever. And, it's become increasingly difficult to do that. But this new to me, it's not, I guess it's not as new as I think it is, but this new way of doing digital marketing has opened up like an avenue for normal average people who don't have a lot of experience and who don't have a lot of um, even like tech skills or degrees or anything to be able to learn in a very short space of time how to actually go online, build a business in just a couple hours a day that can truly be like full-time income or more. Um, and it's mostly automated, so you can be making money in your sleep. So I'm super passionate about it. I'm really glad you guys are on here to learn about it. The thing is that I'm sure you guys are all flooded with your social medias with all these people and gurus talking about how to make money online in different ways. Um, Drop a two in the chat if you have ever like felt like there's so many options and so many people talking about how to make money, and you just don't know like how to sift through it. You don't know how to understand what's even legit or how to get started or like which option even to even start with. Um, that was me for a long time, so I get it. That's why I do these webinars. I want to give people a space where you can access the real information, talk to somebody who's actually doing this and being successful with it, get your questions answered, and just kind of peek behind the curtain and see like what is the reality of how this business model works, without having to purchase a course to even figure that part out, right? Because I think that you deserve to know what you're getting into. If you're going to invest in a course or if you're going to invest your time to like learn how to do something, you should be able to understand like what it is before you get into it. So that's what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to share with you um, the details of what the strategy is, how I got started with it, the tools that I use to be successful, and how you can get started doing it as well. Sound fair? Um, all right, so let's dive in, and I'm going to do a quick overview with you of what this business model is. All right, so if you see people online talking about digital marketing and affiliate marketing, those are two of the same thing, but they can mean different things. So there's two routes that people go within the space that I operate. Okay. Affiliate marketing is where you're basically advertising other companies' products for them, um, doing the marketing for other companies, but then they're going to pay you commission when you help them get sales. Okay. You don't have to buy products for affiliate marketing. You can literally just like get an agreement in place with the company. It can even be Amazon. Um, and you just like start posting about their products on social media, and you'll get like your own specific link. People purchase through that link, then you get paid commission on every sale. Okay. You can make millions of dollars with affiliate marketing. Tons of people are doing it. 87% of companies have affiliate programs that you can participate in and make money through that route. The other avenue, besides affiliate marketing, is selling digital products. Okay, so you can actually sell downloadable products like ebooks, courses, how-to guides, templates, um, manuals, you name it. If you can download it off the internet, you can sell it, and as long as it's providing a solution to somebody's problem, then you can make really good money. So the nice thing about digital products versus affiliate, and sometimes digital products are affiliate, so there's crossover here. But if you get a digital product with master resale rights or PLR rights, that means that you can sell it for 100% profit, and you don't have to give a cut to the creator of that product. Okay, it's basically the same as if you created your own, or you can create your own, and either way, you're making 100% profit on every sale. The great thing about digital products is you can scale that as big as you want to scale it. You don't have to worry about production costs. You don't have to worry about logistics like shipping or returns or any of that kind of stuff. It's an instant transaction, 100% profit, and it just makes it really easy to scale a business like that because you don't have to worry about any of the complications that come with physical products. So those are the two main routes that I do. I've got multiple streams of income doing this at this point, in both of those, with affiliate marketing and with digital products. And that's the beauty of this business model, is you're not attached to one specific product or one specific company. You're your own boss. You dictate what you do, how successful you are, and how much money you make. So that being said, you might be thinking, number one, how do I go about doing all that? Like, that sounds all fine and nice, but like, am I actually going to make money? How do I do that? So I'm going to break it down in a little bit more detail for you guys. There are three things that you need to be successful for making money online with digital marketing. Okay. And I'll break these all down in more detail, but just as an overview, number one is having a product to sell. Sounds obvious, but a lot of people get hung up on this. Say yes in the chat if you have ever thought, like, I'd love to make money online, but I don't have anything to sell. I don't have any products to sell. I don't have anything special on my shelf that I can make money with. Okay. Totally get it. The good news is that you don't need to have a product sitting there ready to go. There's tons of options out there that you can tap into, and I'm going to show you in just a minute how you can find some of those options. But you do have to have a product to sell, and I'll show you how to get there. Once you've got a product to sell, then number two is you need to have a online platform where people can purchase that product from you. Okay. You've got to have a space where somebody can put in their credit card information and buy your product, and you get paid. A part of that is also a lot of the systems and automations that make this a 90% automated business. So in addition to just having a sales page, you also need to have in addition to having a place where people can put in their credit card information, you also need to have a sales page. You need to have information about your product where people can learn about it and understand how it's actually going to help them. And then you need to have automations like email campaigns that send out emails to these people that are interested, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. this is the automated part that when we talk about making money in your sleep or making passive income, that's how you do it. Okay. And I'm going to go into in just a minute, I'm going to show you some ways that you can set all these things up and what tools I've used to do that effectively. So we'll get to that. But that's number two is you need to have an online website where people can purchase your product. Number three is you need to actually be able to get traffic to your website. You need to actually have customers find your page that are interested in what you have to offer. Okay. You guys can have the best product in the world. It can be the most amazing, incredible product that's ever been on the face of the earth. But if nobody can find it, you're not going to make any money. Okay. So that's number three is how to get traffic to your website. We use social media for that. And I personally do it all for free. I don't pay for ads. I don't pay for marketing. My marketing budget is zero. And you might be thinking digital marketing and you're paying zero for marketing. That's the beauty of my business model is that I've figured out how to leverage free tools and leverage free platforms like social media to get in front of the right audience and help solve people's problems and get paid for that. Okay, so you can do the same exact thing if you know the right things to do. So let's go into some more specifics of how this works. Does anybody have any questions so far on what I've covered? Feel free to drop questions in the chat at any point, guys. I am here to answer your questions, not just to talk at you. So literally let me know as we go and I'll answer your questions. Michelle said, I've literally collected done for you stuff, just collecting dust. So yeah, let's talk about that because I think that there's you've got to have all three phases that I just talked about, and they've all got to be working together for you to actually be making money with this. So you can have a product, you can have a great social media, or you could have a great website. But without all three of those things, you've got to have a fully functioning system. And that's what I'm going to go through. Okay, so step one, finding a product. Okay, we talked about how a lot of you guys have been maybe feeling stuck on what to sell. Fear not. You do not have to bring a product to the table. There are multiple routes that you can go to find a done-for-you product or a pre-existing product that's already out there that you can make money off of. I'm going to show you a couple examples. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Somebody give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see my screen right now. All right, perfect. Thank you, Wes. All right, this is one example. This is Digistore 24. This is one example of a website that you can basically go and create an account on here. And there are multiple products already on here that are, either affiliate or you can get master resale rights. But you can pull a bunch of, have tons of different options of viable products that have already been proven to sell that you can feel confident that you've got a good product. Okay. They're on here ready for you to basically just pick up and start marketing and making money. Okay. And Digistore 24 also has some other tools and things that are on here that can help you build your business and make it more efficient as well. Okay. So that's just one example. Another example here is ClickBank. Very similar type of thing. It's for affiliate marketing. And you basically just come on here, create an account, and it's like a shopping mall for affiliate products that you can turn around and market and make money. Okay. Once again, they have also other tools and stuff that's a part of this that you can tap into. Okay. So all that to say, this is just two examples of websites. There are so many different options. Amazon, anything on Amazon, like everything is on Amazon. And if you become an Amazon affiliate, then you can make money just by advertising the stuff that's laying around your house already. And you just put your link to that product on Amazon and you can get people to go buy it. So the vacuum cleaner you already have, the like appliances, you're like, as long as it's still on the market, you can point people to that and they'll, if they buy it, you get commission. All right. So that's the affiliate marketing route. Now there's also tons of done for you digital products that you can basically you just purchase it one time if it has master resale rights. And like I said, you can turn around and resell that product for 100% profit as if it were your own. And you can rebrand it, you can like add to it, change it, whatever. But that's the beauty of master resale rights. Okay, the third route is to create your own product. A lot of people are scared of that. You don't have to do this, but if you have people walk around with information in their brain that they think is worth nothing, but you'd be surprised how many people don't have that information and they would pay to get it. Okay, for example, um, like talking to a guy the other day who's a mechanic. Okay, basic stuff that he just doesn't even think about that he knows how to do with a car engine. I have no clue about. I don't know the first thing about how to work on a car engine. Okay, my dad didn't do anything with cars, so I never learned about cars. Now, he could probably put together a really short little guide, and he could probably do it in like a day or two on the top 10 things that go wrong with the average car engine and how to fix it in 20 minutes, right? And I'd buy that because like that could come in handy someday. Maybe he sells it for $19, maybe he sells it for $29. But that's a great little handy manual to have, like how to fix the top 10 most common car issues yourself, right? That's an example of something that you could create a product about. Maybe you're not a mechanic, but maybe you're a mom and maybe you've like figured out how to handle issues with your kids. Maybe you are a nurse and you figured out how to make your day more efficient with dealing with your patients. You've got an Excel spreadsheet that helps you manage something. Those are all things that are digital products that you could turn around and sell and help somebody with their life, but then you get paid for it. Okay. Does that all make sense? Okay. So finding a good product is not that hard. And every single day with my one-on-one clients that I work with in my coaching, that's the first conversation we have is helping them figure out what's the best product for them to start with, because everybody has an option, and it's something that anybody can figure out how to do if you have the right guidance and some of the right tools. So, all right, we've established how to at least find a product or get a product ready to sell. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the online sales platform. This is like where it gets a little bit more complicated, and the average person has more difficulty getting past this point to set up an online website. Okay, put like some type of emoji, appropriate emoji in the chat. If me mentioning building a thank you, Michelle. If somebody mentions the word building a website or building a sales funnel or building anything on a computer, and you start to freak out and be like, I have no clue where to start with that. Yes, absolutely. Exploding minds, crazy eyes. That's me. Okay. If you would have talked to me a year and a half ago, I would have had no clue how to build anything online. Okay. Not tech savvy, never even took a computer class in my life. I know how to operate my cell phone and my computer, like just to like do basic stuff like email and social media and those type of things, but absolutely no clue how to set up a website. Okay. Yeah, even for Michelle, she's a copywriter and she doesn't even know how to build a website because like that's something you just hire somebody to do or whatever, right? It's very technical. You guys, I will be completely honest with you. In 1 week, following the right instruction, I realized that it is not that hard to learn how to build a website, and you can even do it for free. All right, and I'm going to show you how I learned to do it and what tool I use to do that. Amazon KDP is for publishing ebooks, to my knowledge, I believe. Oh, you're saying as a way to sell if it's an ebook. Yes, you can use Amazon KDP to create a sales platform. However, I don't recommend Amazon KDP as your primary like sales and marketing strategy. I wrote an ebook years ago and tried to sell it on Amazon KDP and had zero success, even though I thought it was a groundbreaking, amazing book. Looking back, it's ridiculous, but but at the time, I was like, "That's great! I'm going to sell 1 million copies," and I sold like 10. Okay, Amazon KDP doesn't give you the flexibility to be able to actually market it well and like get it in front of the right audience easily without paying for it. Okay, so um, not a bad place to put your book, but I'm going to show you how to do more than that so that you can actually drive a lot of sales for your book. Um, or for any product. I'm just using a book as an example since you asked about KDP. Um, okay, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to show you guys how I learned how to set up a website. It only took me a week to learn how to do this and to set it up. And now that I've learned that one time and played around with it, I am now able to literally, in an afternoon or an evening, go set up a brand new website, get it launched and ready for people to buy a new product in just a couple hours. Okay. Like once you figure this stuff out, it is so simple. And I didn't realize how simple it is if you know the right things to do. So let me show you on screen. This is a website that I use. This was my first platform that I used to build my first website. Okay. It's called System.io. And System.io, I'll be honest with you, it's not the best platform in the world for building a website. But guess what? I don't care because it is free to build your first website. And it is free to build your first funnel and even have automated email campaigns up to 2,000 contacts. I love that. All right. Not too many software programs will give you that opportunity to use something indefinitely for free up to a certain point. Now, I've grown my business to a point where I've had to upgrade and start to pay for it on a monthly basis. But when you're making $10,000 a month, you can afford to spend like $99 a month on an upgraded platform, right? So I recommend start for free. Once you're making money, you can do the upgrades and make your life easier by paying for extra stuff. So this is System.io. What I love about this platform is you can create multiple page sales funnels. And I'll go through some of the basics of what like is included in a solid sales funnel. There's a few basic steps that you want to include that you can see here on this little thing. But what I love about this platform is that you can pick from templates that are already built out for you. And you just find one that looks like there's hundreds of them on here that you can basically just click on and it auto populates all the pages. And then you just go in and edit. You'll edit the coloring, you can edit the fonts, you can edit the text, the images. You basically rebrand that template website. So you're not building it from a blank slate. You can already like have the functions in place and just edit it. And I think that's like so great because a lot of it's just copy and paste, drag and drop, and makes it really easy. It's more like, think of it like rearranging stuff on a table versus like trying to build the table and create the stuff to put on it. All right. So this is System.io. You can also automate your emails through here, etc. All this stuff. You can even create online courses using this platform. So that's what I used to start. I love it. And I think it's great for my students. There's a lot of other options out there too that might be like a minimal cost for your like entry level subscription, but you can't beat free, right? By the way, I'll go ahead and put a link to that in the chat here in case you guys want to check out System.io. Full disclosure, this is an affiliate link, so I'm not getting paid to show you this. This is literally like the one that I recommend. But if you did ever decide to upgrade in the future, like I would get a small percentage. Cool thing about it is if you sign up for System.io, you can also share your affiliate link, and that could be your first affiliate product that you advertise. So that being said, I don't actually advertise this product, but I do recommend it. Okay, I got a question from Keith. said, when starting out, did you use your personal email or did you create a domain name and use the work from home couple email? Yeah, so I created a domain when I first started this. Um, just because I think like when you're launching a business, that's actually the one thing that I paid for when I first started. Okay, it's like $50 for the year on GoDaddy to get a domain name and the like Microsoft 365 email address to go with it. So it's like hello at workfromhomeincomeacademy.com. The reason for that is number one, you have a professional looking business that's like an actual .com that you can brand for yourself. And then number two, your emails that you're sending to people, if it's from a Gmail account or something like that, it's going to get spam blocked. But if it's from a domain name like that, like a professional domain, you're much more likely for your emails to actually go through to your customers. So that's why I recommend that. Okay, so let's talk about what you actually need to include in your sales funnel or your website that you're building for your product. Okay, because this is something that I think everybody needs to know. Number one, you want to have well, I guess let's start with the basics. When your customer gets to your page, two things should happen. Okay. First, the first thing that happens is that you should collect their email address. Okay. And you might remember, how many of you guys can remember going to a website and like you get a little pop-up window that offers you like a discount or something like that if you opt into their email list? Does that ever happen to anybody? You can remember that? Okay. Every successful business is doing this on some level, and here's why. Because if somebody goes, let's say that somebody's surfing on Instagram and they come across your post and they're like, "Oh, that looks like a cool product. I'm going to go click on it, go to their website." They go to your website, and then their mom calls and she's like, "Hey, I got to go to the hospital. Something bad happened. Can you come help me out?" And they're like, "Oh crap." Drop everything, go take care of their mom. They come home, they've completely forgotten about your website. They're never going to see it again. Now, if the first thing they did when they got to your website was put in their email address to get either a freebie or a discount or something like that, now you've got another touch point and your email campaigns are on autopilot. Tomorrow, she's going to get an email from you being like, "Hey, thanks for visiting my website. I hope you found what you were looking for. Did you have any questions? Blah, 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 blah." And she's like, "Oh, totally forgot about that. I was really interested in that. Now I'm going to go back and buy it. I got interrupted." Okay. So step one is you need to collect their email address in exchange for something valuable, like a free download or something like that. After you collect their email address, the next thing you want is you want to have a page that sells them on the product, that explains the value of what you have to offer. Okay. Just because you have the best product doesn't mean that your customer knows that. So you've got to explain why they want it, what problems it solves for them, answer their frequently asked questions, and basically explain why the price tag on your product is far lower than what the value is that they're going to receive. Basic economics. Okay. And so that's your sales page. From there, they need to be able to click a button to go to the order form where they can actually put in their payment information, whether it's on credit card or PayPal or whatever, to purchase the product. And then there's an automated download that takes place if it's a digital product after they purchase, either get sent to their email or they download it directly from the website or whatever. Okay. That's like the thank you page is at the end after they've purchased. And that's it. Those are the basic components of what you need to have on your website in order to make money. Okay. There's fancy stuff you can add on. Like there's a lot of extra stuff that you can do. But at the end of the day, those are the bare bones of what you need. Any questions about that part of things? Now, we can, like I said, we can go into a lot more detail on some of the fine tuning of these things and how to make it effective and how to help it to convert better. All those things are going to depend on the person and the product. But I just want to give you guys an overview of what's involved. Here's the thing. Everything that I just mentioned to you, literally, once you understand how to do it, I can show you how to set that up in like 2 hours max. All right. If you know what you're doing and you've got the right guidance, even though that sounds complicated, it is so simple. And guys, like I said, I took one course for 1 week to learn how to do this and to like get up and running. I started with 0 followers on Instagram. And after I launched, in 30 days, I've made $10,000 doing this. Okay. Okay. That was a year and a half ago. Since then, I've made way more money than that. And I'm up to 8 streams of income. But that was just where I started. Okay. So I can tell you from experience, there's nothing special about me. I just literally was willing to try something new, put myself out there, take the risk to learn and implement what I learned. And guys, with consistency over time, it has just built this incredible life-changing income. And it can do the same exact thing for you. I've seen it do the same thing for so many other people. I'm not just some like unique wild card. Okay. I had one of my students the other week just made $10,000 in 1 day after only doing this for 6 months. Okay. And she only had a couple thousand followers. All right. So you don't have to have a lot of followers. This leads me to the third part of the puzzle, which is how to get traffic to your website. Okay. How do you get customers that are interested in what you have to offer, whatever your product is? How do you get those people to your website so that they actually buy? Um, so let me talk to you guys about that. How many put a one in the chat if you have thought or think that you need to have a ton of followers to be successful making money online. I think that makes sense. I think that's a logical assumption. Okay. I used to think the exact same thing. What I found out shockingly is that that's not the case. You don't need to have a lot of followers to make a lot of money. Proof positive of that for me was when I learned how to do this. And like I said, I started with 0 followers on Instagram, brand new account. I started posting and I made $10,000 before I'd even hit 1,000 followers. Okay, exactly, Jason. Targeted leads are gold. If you are targeting the right audience, you can have if you've got extremely good marketing and extremely good product and extremely good targeting, you can have 1 follower and make $10,000 if you're selling a product for $10,000. Okay, so all that to say, you're probably not going to start off with a $10,000 product, but you definitely can make a really good money even starting off small. Let me explain how this works. Because a lot of people are like, well, don't you have to pay for ads? Like, how much are you spending on marketing? Like I said, I'm spending $0 on marketing. I've just learned how to leverage the existing social media platforms as they are to get organic, targeted reach and followers and customers. Okay, what does all that jargon mean? Let me break it down. Instagram, I'll use Instagram as an example. That's my primary platform, but they're all similar. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, etc. All of these platforms, their business model is built around the idea of we want our customers, the people that are on their platform, people who have profiles on Instagram. Instagram's business model is I want more people to be spending more time within our app. Okay. They've gotten really, really good at that. Okay. Scarily good at it, in fact. That's why we have screen time limits now, because like people's brains are so hardwired to like love these platforms because they're really good at keeping people engaged in what they're interested in. Okay. So have you noticed that Instagram is constantly showing things that are like on topic of things you've been searching, things that you've been paying attention to, things that you like. Okay. How many of you guys, I think at the beginning I asked this, how many of you guys are flooded with information on your social media feeds about how to make more money? I would venture to bet that the majority of you on here are seeing content like that on repeat. The reason for that is because you probably commented on a reel or sat there and stopped and watched a reel multiple times that was on that topic. So now Instagram's algorithm understands that that's what you're interested in, and it's going to show you more of that. And there's going to be other things too. Like maybe you like stopped and like were paying attention to like parenting advice or something like that. And now Instagram's going to show you more of that. Why? Because they are interested in keeping you engaged with what you're interested in, because it's going to keep you in their app longer. Okay. So here's the thing. How do you use that to your advantage? You use that to your advantage by when you start your business online, you can start at complete zero. But the first thing that you're going to do when you get on your social media account is you're going to start training the Instagram algorithm what you want it to do for you. Okay. And this is something that I work with my students on really closely, because there's a lot of little things you can do to make that happen. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you just start consistently creating content that is in that subject matter. Like repetition of the same keywords, the same ideas every single day. My students, I tell them, don't expect to get a lot of followers day one or even week one. Don't expect to get a lot of views. Your initial audience, when you first launch on social media, the first person that you're going to be speaking to is not your customer. The first person you're going to be speaking to every single day is the Instagram algorithm. That's your audience, because it's going to be paying attention to everything you do, how often you do it, and what you're saying all the time. And eventually it starts to gather all that data and say, after like 4 or 5 days, it starts to go, okay, I get what this guy's about. There's no real person behind the scenes, by the way, it's just a computer. But like it starts to figure you out and what your content is about. And then it goes, okay, now I've got 2 billion people on this platform. I'm going to find the best matches for this content that these people are going to be interested in this. And it starts showing your stuff to them for free. You don't have to pay it to do that. Okay. And if your content is engaging and you've got the right tools and systems in place, then you're going to start growing your following naturally just by being consistent in creating that content. Okay. So that is the beauty of organic social media growth, is that you can achieve massive growth. I mean, I've got 120 something thousand followers on Instagram without paying for it. Okay. That all came from just organic growth by posting consistently about a topic. Anybody can do this. Most people just don't know how. All right. So, all that to say, once you've got people coming to you, which they will if you're doing the right thing and talking about the right things, once you've got people coming to you, then you're going to set up automations eventually that they're going to comment on your post, and that automation is going to send them a message with a link to your website. And you don't even have to be in the room. You don't even have to be on the app. You don't even have to be in the country. You could be off in Bermuda on the beach with your family, having the best time of your life. But because you posted on Instagram that morning, you've got customers going to your website, reading about your product, getting excited, putting in their credit card information, and you pick up your phone and you see like notifications, I got paid, I got paid, I got paid, I got paid, I got paid. When you wake up in the morning, you check your email and you got payment notifications that came in when you were sleeping, because you set everything up properly. And then you did the checklists, the bare minimum to just put out your content on social media every day. It takes 2 hours or less to knock out that checklist. Okay. And if you're doing it right, you could even do it in less time than that. But that's the beauty of this business model, is that I'll be real with you guys. It's not overnight. It's not something that just, you like click a button and all of a sudden money starts coming to your bank account. All right. It is, though, the easiest way and the fastest way that I've seen to be able to create like generational income. Like seriously, like, 5-figure monthly payouts up to 6-figure monthly payouts for a lot of people that are doing this within a year. Okay. Like what other business can you go get a job and work it for a year and be making CEO money? I don't know of one. Okay. Like maybe there's unicorns out there, but like that's the exception. With this business model, there are so many people who are doing the work and being consistent. You guys, here's where most people like fail at this. I'll be completely raw with you and tell you where people fail with this. They fail because they don't have the work ethic and the consistency and the dedication to put in work day in and day out for a period of time without getting paid. Okay. Because you're not going to get paid to do the work in the beginning. You got to set it up. You got to like get your product ironed out. You got to do all the things I just showed you to do. And then you got to start posting on Instagram every single day. But nobody's going to come behind you and pay you for your time. But then maybe a month from now, maybe 2 months from now, you start getting paid. And then you keep going. And then you start getting paid more. And then you start getting paid more. And the more that you build this thing, the more streams of income you create. Like there's no limit on this. Okay, guys, I'm making more now than I've ever made. And it keeps going up because I keep working the same systems and just duplicating it and scaling it. So you can do the exact same thing, but you can't just come into this thinking that you're going to work for a week and it's going to pay off your mortgage. Okay, this isn't a get rich quick. All right, but it's the most accessible, simplest, most repeatable business model I've seen, as long as you're willing to actually show up and do the work and learn and apply the skills. So all that to say, I know I've only been able to cover some of the basics of how to do a lot of this stuff. There's a lot more involved, like in terms of the details and the minutia of how to do all these things. But you can do everything that I've said. You can start doing this all for free. Okay, you don't have to take a course to learn how to do this. I just gave you the framework. You can go online and you can do research and you can get started today. Okay, but I learned how to do this by taking a course. And I will just be completely frank with you. If it was up to me to go do the research and figure it all out and do the trial and error to like get all this figured out and put the pieces together on my own, first of all, it probably would have taken me 6 to 12 months to get to the point where I actually had it figured out. Second of all, I guarantee you I wouldn't have had the patience to get to that point. Okay. Because like I would have felt like a failure after a few months probably and given up. To avoid that, I highly recommend taking a course if you can. All right. And I'm going to show you guys a course that is very similar to the one that I took, except it's a lot better. It's a lot more robust and it teaches you a lot more than the one I took. But this is I don't, let me just say this. I don't love it when people try to sell a course, but they aren't willing to tell you like what it is or what it's like. And you've got to pay for it before you can see it. Okay. So that's why I want to show you guys actually what this course looks like, what's inside. You can see the value before you decide whether or not you want to do it. Because I'm convinced that if you see what's in this course, you're going to understand that the price tag is like way lower than it needed to be. So let me share my screen and I'm going to show you the course that I recommend. And I've seen hundreds of people go through this course and successfully start making an income by following the step-by-step guidance. Okay, this is not it. This is Canva. Hang on one second. Here we go. Okay, this is Digital Wealth Academy. As you can see, it is it's a course here. This is the classroom. There's also a community with a bunch of people who are also doing this, and there's tons of support within that community as well. But this is the course. Each one of these blocks that you're seeing here, these are all modules. Okay, so each one of these is a series of lessons on a specific topic that guides you through this process. And as you can see, like start here, this is the first one. When you open up, each one of these is a video. and it's going to explain. This first lesson is about like how to even go through the course. Like it's going to guide you on what steps to take, where you need to start, so you're not feeling overwhelmed. And then from there, it goes through everything from A to Z that you need to know to set up a successful business. In fact, there is more information in here than you even will need to launch. I recommend just doing the bare basics to get launched, start making money, and then go back and learn some of this other stuff to refine it. But you'll learn how to use different platforms to set up your websites. For example, here's the module on how to set up with System.io, which is the one that I showed you. Okay. So how to set up your account, teaches you how to create a logo, how to buy your domain, how to do all the things that I couldn't even like explain to you myself if I had to, but it teaches you step by step and even shows you on the video screen how to do each step in the process. Okay, so you can see it's got System.io pulled up and they walk you through and show you what to type, what to click every step of the way. All right, so you're never feeling lost. In addition to that, email marketing, how to do affiliate stuff, how to sell on your social media and your DMs, how to create content, how to do faceless marketing if you don't want to show your face. Let me just pause really quick right there, because how many people on here have thought about doing digital marketing, but they're like, I don't want to put my face out there on social media. I don't want my boss seeing me doing this. I don't want my Aunt Julie seeing me do this. I don't want my best friend or my husband seeing me do this. So if that's you, then I just want to reassure you that you do not have to put your face out there. You don't have to be the face of your brand. My student that actually made $10,000 in one day 2 weeks ago was doing that on a faceless account. She's not the face of her brand. And so I can tell you from experience that you can be just as successful doing it that way. All right, if you know the right strategy. It is a slightly different strategy, but that's why we've got that here in the course. Okay, so back to Digital Wealth Academy. Teaches you how to use Instagram, teaches you how to use CapCut, how to make reels, how to do all the things that you need to do to be successful, including your automations, how to use TikTok, even the legal side of protecting your business. All right, how to use YouTube, all the things, guys. Like I said, there's more information in here than you even need to be successful, but it covers all the bases for you. Now, that's Digital Wealth Academy. And Catherine said, I'm trying to get rid of my picture now. Yeah, totally. You totally can. But that's Digital Wealth Academy. Okay, now obviously, like with everything that I showed you, that course could be sold easily for $5,000. I mean, like there's so much good content in there that teaches you like enough to go out and do what I did and make $10,000 in my first month. Okay. But what's insane to me is that this course is only $497. Okay, you get to learn all that, and guess what? It is not. There's no subscriptions. There's no monthly costs. You're not getting tied into something. It's going to keep pulling money out of your pocket. It's a one-time fee of $497, and you get access for life to the course, and it gets continually updated, like regularly. I think even since I've been a part of this community, there's been something like 3 or 4 updates to the course material, making it better and better and better. So you will never have to pay again. It just, you keep getting free access to all those updates as they go. Yes, there are payment plans available if you guys wanted to split that up over time. If you can't afford $497 up front, there are payment plans that you can get in for as little as like $47 a month if you're in the US. If you're outside the US, I think the minimum is like $125 or something like that. So yeah, that's Digital Wealth Academy. Now, I highly recommend it. With that, you're also going to get access to get support from me. I'll be able to answer your questions, help you if you get stuck. You'll also get my Instagram growth guide that literally is like 45 pages detailing exactly what I did to grow my Instagram from zero to where it is now. I grew 40,000 followers in 30 days, and I outlined exactly what I did to do that. Um, so you'll get that as well. And then, like I said, you also get, continued access to the community within that course, which has weekly classes and tons of other resources too. I'm going to put the link for that in the chat if you guys want to take advantage of Digital Wealth Academy. Let me see here. This is the link. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah. Okay. So that's the link to Digital Wealth Academy. Jason asks how long I've been using it. So I've been using Digital Wealth Academy since September of last year. And the course Digital Wealth Academy was actually built off of the same course material from the course that I took. That's one of the reasons why I recommend it. Like I said, this has been upgraded and made way better now. So this is way more than I had when I started. And I think it's been made more user friendly and easier to follow. But it is the same strategies and the same material that I worked with when I started. And then here's the thing: for those of you who may want something a little bit different, I don't know if you're interested in like if your learning style is more hands-on and more individualized. I've had a number of people that have come to me and they've said, Ben, listen, the course is amazing, but I just don't have the time and patience to sit through watching videos and doing a course. I literally just want to get to making $10,000 a month as quickly as possible. And I want an expert to just sit down and tell me what to do and coach me through it every step of the way. And I said, okay, after multiple people came to me asking for that, I was like, okay, well, yeah, we can do that. So I put together a program that I call it my 6-figure elite mentorship. And it's exactly that. It is elite mentorship for people who want to get to the point of making 6 figures as quickly as possible. And it's one-on-one directly with me. Okay, so instead of just working through the course at your own pace, we're going to meet together on a regular basis, and I'm going to walk you through every single phase of this process. Okay. There's also options if you want me to build everything for you. That's also on the table. Okay. So some people are like, I just want a plug and play business. Show me how to do it. That's what this is for. If that's you, then I do have a couple open spots right now for this program. What I want you to do if you're interested in that is I want you to text me the word ELITE, ELITE. I'm gonna put my phone number in the chat. This is something I want to talk to you about to make sure it's actually a good fit for you. It's not for everybody, but it's something that if you want that serious hands-on intensive mentorship to just get everything set up from day one, knowing that you've got expert guidance doing it, you've done everything right, then I think this would be something you should look at. So that's my phone number, 504-402-8266. Just text me the word ELITE, and we can chat about that, and I'll send you some more info on what that looks like. But also, if you want to look at payment plans for Digital Wealth Academy, text me the word payment plan at that same number. Okay, 504-402-8266. Just text me the word payment plan. We've got a few different options, but I can walk you through how to get that set up so that you can get started with that. Do you guys have any questions for me? I want this to be a space where you guys can get your questions answered, and understand that this is something you even want to get into. So feel free to ask me anything in the chat. Any questions you guys have? Yeah, absolutely, Jason, no problem. if any of you guys are texting me, I'm gonna get to your text as soon as we get off of here. But happy to answer any questions you guys have while we're on here. Catherine said, "I won't know my questions until I start." Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I'm here for. Even if you're just doing the Digital Wealth Academy, you'll still have my phone number. You can ask me questions. Okay, let me check out some of these questions that are coming in now. Karina said, "Do you recommend creating new social media accounts or using existing personal accounts?" Karina, it depends on your situation. If the product that you're going to start with aligns with your existing personal account, then that's an option. Most people, I recommend starting with a brand new account. Um, so, I would probably want to have a conversation with you before I make that as like a hard recommendation, but that's normally what I recommend. Michelle said, "I actually have two websites, but no systems in place. One is Wix and the other is WordPress. Can I write every single email from welcome to nurture to launch sequence, chatbot scripts, SM posts for every client I have, but not for my day sell?" Oh, you can write every. Okay, got it. You can do it for yourself. Does this program work things already in place? Can you rephrase that last question, Michelle? I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. I'll come back to that. Deepti said, "How much time it may take initially for our digital product to get noticed by our targeted audience?" Deepti, that's a really good question. That timeline varies. It depends on the product. It depends on your marketing, and it depends on the algorithm. Okay, so um, I've seen people who've gotten traction like literally week one. Sometimes it takes like a couple months to really get that audience up and running. But if you're doing the right things, it's usually sooner rather than later. And yeah, Jason, absolutely. Text me tomorrow. We'll talk soon, man. Um, yeah, Michelle, no worries. I get it. So does this program support other systems other than the one it has in it? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you're asking if it teaches you how to use Wix and WordPress? Is that the question? Okay. It doesn't have specific guidance on Wix and WordPress, but um, uh, the strategies and the principles and everything like that are going to be the same. So you might have to adapt it in terms of the actual like step by step, like what to click and all that kind of stuff to get the same functionality out of WordPress. But everything that you can do with System.io or StanStore, things like that, you can do with WordPress. So you'll be able to implement all the strategies just as well on those platforms. Karina asked if I see big impact when I boost my content. I don't boost my content. So not to say that paying for ads and boosting isn't a good strategy, because I know people who've been very successful doing that. I've just preferred to build my business organically without paying for anything. So I haven't felt a need for that. And so I normally teach my students how to do it without paying for it. That way, if you do decide to pay for it, it's just bonus icing on the cake. And yeah, Michelle, also, if you wanted to um, get more like hands-on guidance with that, like the Elite program, I could like actually step in and help you navigate some of those differences in what you're working with versus the other platforms. So, any other questions? CRM. So I use my System.io has a CRM within it. And so that's what I use. It's very basic, but I've found that it does everything I need it to. If you have a CRM that you like, then you can always like integrate some of those things and use other tools as well. But there is one within that free account with System.io that I was telling you about. Uh, what does CRM stand for? Customer relationship management or something like that. basically it's tools to help you manage all of your leads, all of your contacts, like the people that sign up for your email list and all that. Any other questions? Also, if any of you guys didn't make it for the whole training, this is going to be recorded or has been recorded. So once I get that uploaded, I'll go ahead and put that out to you guys in an email. So as long as you registered for this webinar, which I assume you did if you're on here, then I'll send out the email to everybody. Any other questions before we hop off? Thank you guys so much for hopping on this webinar. It's been awesome hanging out with you. Yeah, if Sean has questions, feel free to send them to me. And Michelle, if we can't get to all of them right now, like feel free to text them to my phone or whatever, and we can chat offline too. Looks like there's a couple people who thought maybe you were on a different time zone and thought it was starting now, because I see a couple people just joined the webinar now. We are just finishing it up. So sorry you missed it, but what I will do is I'll send out the recording and make sure you guys get that. Keith, awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Let's make it happen. Absolutely, Catherine and Karina. Very much appreciated that you guys were able to hop on and interact on here. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and close up tonight. But like I said, you guys have my phone number. Let me just put it out there one more time for you guys. It's 504-402-8266. I just put it in the chat. Text me if you have questions. That's my cell phone. You're not going to get a bot. You're not going to get a call center or a minion. Okay. This is somebody called me or texted me today and was like, am I just going to get on the phone with one of your minions? I hate minions. I was like, no, it's going to be me. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the Elite Mentorship, just text me the word Elite. If you want to look at payment plans, text me the word payment plan. And if you just have questions, text me your questions. But all right, God bless you guys. You have a great rest of your night, and we'll talk soon. Take care.